Man, that was a bloodbath out there. That was a physical football game, man. But we do come out ahead. The Bengals win. It's my post-game reaction to a 17-7 win over a New York Giants team. I want to give a shout out to them. I mean, your defense is really, really good. With a poor game, I mean, it wasn't, I guess, not a poor game towards the second half, but it was an iffy game for Daniel Jones. I thought that, the defense really, really gave it their all, and, their defense should be disappointed, kind of like our offense should have been disappointed last week in the defense. I think the Giants' defense has to be disappointed in their offense because they couldn't really generate anything. I mean, I know they had Malik Neighbors out, and obviously David Singletary was out, but Danny Dimes just did not look that good out there. But still, shout out to you guys. This is the first time actually since I've been a Bengals fan for like 11, 12 years. They played the Giants twice, I think, in my fandom, and they've lost both. So this is my first win or first time seeing the Bengals beat the Giants in my fandom. So yeah, the Bengals win, man, 17-7. Just a tough, gritty game, but let's get into it, man. Let's first start off with our quarterback, man. Joe Burrow, that rushing touchdown was so cool. On 3rd and 18 as well. I mean, he just had a wide open lane. He got through, found the hole, and he took it all the way. Looked very good. Showed some physical strength. He was under pressure a lot from a great, great, great Giants defensive line. Brian Burns was an absolute monster. He was sacked 5 times, which is like normalcy for him in 2021. But, he still found obviously Yoshivash on that final catch. But even before then, he made some nice throws. But gotta give him credit, man. He went to the 10. Obviously, he came back out then shaky after that hit because Brian Burns took him down. But Brian Burns played a great game as well. But Joe Burrow, man, he showed resilience. Didn't have the greatest game in the world, but we'll take it, man. I mean, you'd rather have this type of game and come out with a win than just pour all those yardage out there and then that maybe your defense just I don't know how their defense reacts in that same situation again against this team, but you never know. I mean, the Ravens and Giants, they're obviously two different teams. So, but yeah, you got to enjoy it. You got to give our quarterback a lot of credit, man. He stepped up and he did his job. So, tremendous amount of credit to Joe Burrow, man. Got to give a shout out to the defense as well. I mean, Jermaine Pratt's interception that killed the momentum. I mean, it was 7-0, and I think the Giants were driving down the field on the first or second drive, I think, and then Jermaine Pratt, I mean, that was a tip by the line, I think, by BJ Hill, and, Pratt got a key takeaway for us. And then DJ Turner, he broke up a key 4th down pass, and Sheldon Rankins, he showed his presence. Him and BJ Hill were monstrous on the ground. I mean, they forced the Giants into so many 4th down situations. Obviously, like, they got a lot of those, but Trey Henderson also brought some heat. And, that 4th down, it came to bite them in the butt a little bit, on that last play, but they were successful all but twice. And they went for, I think, like 5 or 6 times on 4th down. So, honestly, if I'm Brian Dable, I wouldn't be too upset about that. I mean, it just came back to bite him. But, defense stepped up, dude. I mean, I got to say, I mean, the quarterbacks that we've been seeing this year, Lamar, Mahomes, obviously Jaden Daniels now is up and coming. And, those type of quarterbacks, they're very tough to go up against. You got to appreciate these wins, man. I mean, because, as unimpressive as this was, and honestly, the unimpression, should kind of make you enjoy this a little bit more because, usually when it's these type of gross games that just are low scoring, I guess AFC North type of games, it's like the Bengals, it's tough for them to come out on top usually. I mean, they put up what? They put 17 points up. I think the Bengals, when they put up 10 points, around 10 points, I mean, they've won one game in their franchise history, and that was in 1977 against the Cleveland Browns. So defense really stepped up, man. Proud of them. But I got to say, McPherson, he iced the game, yes. He's got to feel good. I mean, it's got to be some sort of redemption because obviously the way that it ended last week was not, ideal for him. But, he's got to be happy with his field goal that pretty much won us the game. Because, it was 7-7 and the Giants they didn't score after that. So I guess, clutch field goals when it matters, you take it. I mean, Chase Brown's 30-yard touchdown. I was gonna say you maybe want to slide, but honestly, I mean, icing them up, I guess, with that touchdown, it did feel kind of good. I mean, scoring there, especially given we really wanted to, I guess, like establish the offense a little bit more. So that touchdown did feel good, albeit it was kind of a game sealer. But both these guys, I mean, they iced the game for us, and I really appreciate that. Appreciate both these players, man. But I do want to say mistakes. I mean, Zach Moss had a fumble. Some penalties cost some points. I mean, there was a holding, which was honestly, that was BS. That Cordell Wilson holding call was not holding. I mean, he literally brought him to the ground on his ass. I mean, this should have been like, it should have been 21. If I'm being honest with you, I feel like we should have scored at least 20 plus, just because like Cordell Wilson did not hold there. I don't care what anybody tries to say, and obviously Chase Brown rather, he scored on that play, but Jamar Chase had a bad drop. I felt like he was thinking he was going to take it to the house, but it just came off his fingertips. But overall, he had a solid game as well. I mean, he had that amazing catch where Burrow was thrown off balance, and somehow he made the catch. But offensive line, I mean, they did struggle a little bit. I'm not going to completely fault them. I mean, they did hold the Giants a little bit in check because that defense is just monstrous. That defensive line is amazing, and they got to be proud of. I know they're missing Thibodeau, their linebacker, but overall, I thought that their defense really showed they're legit. And Chase Brown, obviously, that fumble, I spelled it wrong because I was just like so tired when I typed this, but he got saved by that out of bounds fumble. So caught a break for once. For once, the Bengals caught a break. Usually, it's the Bengals not catching the break and the other team getting a break, and them just getting lit up. They usually just can't catch one. So those are the mistakes we got to keep clean up. And here are my final takeaways. Honestly, I think the offense, they obviously got to clean up the mistakes. It's got to stop being so conservative. I really loved how Zach Taylor, he kind of learned a little bit. I mean, not saying it's an accomplishment, but he ran it twice, then he threw it on 3rd and 12, and then Yoshivach, an amazing catch. But their defense stepped up. They kind of struggled against the run a little bit, but in the second half. But they still need improvement. I thought that they played a lot better. So you got to feel a little better about this defense, albeit it is against the Giants offense, who's significantly worse than Baltimore and Washington. But a win's a win, man. So there's going to be some tough challenges. Even next week, I would say, is a tough challenge. I mean, we play Cleveland, and we haven't won there since 2017. So it's going to be a tough one. And even then, even if we hadn't won there since 2017, I mean, we don't. AFC North football is just a grind, man. It's going to be this type of game. You can already tell. So Bengals fans, enjoy this game, man. Tough game in Cleveland, man. I know that everybody's kind of, I don't know about everybody, but a lot of, I guess, pessimists are looking to the game, and I can be a pessimist, but I can be an optimist as well. I'm a mix of both. That's one thing I pride myself a lot in, actually. But honestly, right now, guys, I'm just going to enjoy this win. We got a tough game in Cleveland. Don't get me wrong, but enjoy this game. Enjoy that Bills Jets Monday night game. Enjoy some playoff baseball. I don't know what y'all want to do, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. You guys take care, man. Hoo-day, Victory Monday. We're 2-4 on the season. We're not in last place for the first time since 2022. Hopefully we keep it going next week. But Bengals win. Second win of the season. Got to be happy with that. Good game, Giants, as always. And I'll see you guys next time. Victory Monday coming up.